Hi guys, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing a slight sort of video response to Boho Tarot, and she did, I loved it. I think it was light, her light seed oracle, and she combined the Starseed and the Work Your Light oracle, and she took out the cards that didn't really, work for her, and she kept the ones that worked for her. And then she also did a deck diaries where she, I think it's titled How I Work with the Moonchild Tarot. So how she works with the Moonchild Tarot, which I have as well. And I just thoroughly enjoy her videos, I just have to say. But anyways, so I was inspired by those videos to do a little bit of the same with this deck, or these two decks. Only what I end up doing is, as opposed to just making one deck like she did, I end up making two decks. And they each have specific purposes on how they're going to be utilized. So I was so thankful she did that, because I have to say, like, I would use this in this, or this and this. And it just didn't work too much for using these together or using them all together for me. And I was like, I couldn't understand why. And then I realized it's just like, I realized as I was going through the cards, and when you see what I've done, you'll see why this is going to work better for me than how they were before. So I'm going to pull out the Moonchild only as just kind of like for a quick tarot combo look at the cards, if you will. So what I did was I separated the cards too, but I just kind of went through and was like pulling out what I thought cards were speaking more to interpersonal relationships, either relationship with self, like ourself, the dynamic that we have with spirit and ourself, the relationship, how loving we are to ourselves or what have you, and interpersonal relationships, whether platonic or romantic. So I wanted a deck for that purpose. So that in this box is devoted to those types of cards. So I took out those cards and will keep them in this box. Now I will have to no doubtedly keep both guidebooks kind of at hand, but I just house them because I don't want the cards floating all around in the box. I'll just put each guidebook in their respective boxes. And it turned out it was like almost like an even mix of the two decks that I have for each purpose. So then, I'll keep this out. I want the guidebook. So then this one and this one, this is more for those readings where you're like, I want to do some soul, kind of deep spiritual, like as some people would call path working, or doing some spiritual deep diving and going and looking at that, as Don Michelle would say, that, cosmic starseed energy, like that we're all like connected, all that like those little, we're all like made of that same matter. And so that matter is a continuum on and on and on for eternity. And this deck can speak to that, or these two decks, I should say, can speak to that. But I pulled out the cards that spoke more to that energy. And I did need a deck that was more in that cosmic realm, because I can ascribe to some of that, and I do appreciate it. But all of it together was just not working for me. Like it was too disjointed for me. At first I thought I could work with them together, but then as time went on, I couldn't. So I was so happy to see her video, and I said, that's the ticket. That's what I need. So that's what happened here. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the cards. Keep them near their respective home so I'll remember. But I'll know because of the kind of nature of the cards. But we'll go through each of them and then you'll see why I have them separated and why I think it'll work better. So we'll go through the relationship, whether it's relationship with self or relationship with others cards first. So here's mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And then like, you know, Seven of Swords. It's still just a great, you know, the Hanged Man having a new perspective on things. And even when you look at it here, you know, she's also this mirroring of like having a new look at things and seeing things in a new way. Even if you've been looking at the same thing over and over and over again, now looking at it in a new way. So that for me, I'm going to put that here. That for me was more interpersonal. Soul family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. It was kind of teetering between the two, but I end up erring on the side of, we're going to go with interpersonal. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Yes, just say yes. Anything to do with timing or the yes, no answers, I want it in this deck. Fill up your well. Retreat, rest, and refuel. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. It's a good call to some, you know, to someone who in a reading that maybe they were like wondering if they should go up for that promotion and they get that card and it's like, okay, well, okay, that's confirmation for me that I need to go ahead and throw my name in the hat. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. Again, getting towards the other side of my deck here, but I thought it was a good addition to this deck, a nice balancing of the energies. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, create accountability. The Seven Star Sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. Again, about that relationship with self. Called, soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. And now I'm just realizing, I just maybe every now and then reference like a card or something with the tarot, the moon. Oh, this is so gorgeous. Oh my God. All of these cards are the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. I love that message. Let me see if I can turn the light a little bit brighter. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Good conversation to have with self. Nice journal prompt. Jump in. She's jumping into the eyeball, the eye. Jump in. Andromedan energy. Adrenaline? I don't know. Energy, adventure, say yes to change. That's what kept it in this pile, was jump in and say yes to change. But all that other stuff, I don't know. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, and tenderness. And as you can see, this hay house, same size. It's just different backs, but really it's not even much of a difference. Whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. And then this one, did I do this one? Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. For me, I feel like you can never have too many of these cards. A lot of the folks that I do readings for, and myself included, need that constant reminder. And then we said that one, and then you got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Thought that was a good one. Again, that's another thing that I feel like we can never get enough of, is messages on boundaries. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? And you can start to see kind of like a repetition of themes, but each has a slight nuance that you can run off with. And that's why I said every now and then it's nice to see it up against a tarot card, because then it can give you, you know, if you do a tarot card per oracle card, you can get a nice little conversation that they're having between the two. Protection, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Love that one. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Love, love, love that message. You know, maybe you're a little King of Swords. You know, you march to the beat of your own drum. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. That's gorgeous. And you could be like, okay, Nine of Pentacles. Oh, just look at that. Just gorgeous. Take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. This is also a slightly different message than just like, oh, go get rest. This is about the workaholics in us, right? This is about, I have to like literally sometimes force myself to get up and go and take a break. And it's crazy, but it sometimes has to be said and reminded. So I like that there is there are different, it may seem repetitive, but then there are differences. So that could be one of the differences there. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Ah, I love this card. This card, everything about it. The image, kind of like super galactic. Oh, I'm trying to think. There's a movie back in the 80s that it reminds me of, and it kind of made me feel sad and like happy at the same. I can't even think of it. Anyways, baby steps. Okay, like that, and literally taking baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. That just speaks so deeply to me. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. How many times have we had to do that? And we forget that we had to do that. But this is a nice reminder. Oh my goodness, I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Play. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. Nice message. Could be in a relationship reading, right? It could be you and how you relate with your friends. It could be you at work. So that's why I thought that was a nice addition to this section of the deck. The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? What are you clinging on to? Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. What area in your life that you need to take a leap? You got the Tarot, Four of Swords. What do you need to take a leap with there? Dare I say, plan a little rest. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Love that. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? I toyed with keeping that one over here, and I might just kind of keep that one to the side. Dance. Do something to shift your vibration. Definitely. Movement is so good for so many reasons. Deep cellular healing. Arcturus energy. Physical and emotional healing. That's important to know and have. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns. Healing. Rewriting the future. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms. Density. Addiction. Let God in. Or you could say, if you don't want to do God, let good in. Let the good in. Let the God in. Inner, let the goddess in. Inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Align your life. What is no longer in alignment with you or who you truly are? Love, love, love that. Love the fragmented energy where you're like, okay, I need to align this and make me whole again. What would make me whole? How would I feel whole again? Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Super important message. Very important message. No, wait, postpone, pause, say no. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I toyed with that one as well, but I thought that one could be okay. Because, well, you can bring it down into the everyday as well. Birthing a new age in your own personal life. Dreaming a new world in your whole, a new world of moving from singlehood to being married. That's a whole new world for someone. Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Really like that message. Wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. Like that. And you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. So those were the messages that I had for that, like, relationship kind of reading, if you will. Now here we go for like those bigger kind of question mark readings, like, what is the meaning of life? Okay, so here we go. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. And I have to be in the mood for these kind of readings. You know what I'm saying? Like, this cannot just be something that pops up into a reading and now I'm going off into like down Alice in Wonderland, the rabbit hole. Not for certain readings. It's like, no. So that's why this had to be moved on. The ever-unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. I thought this could have went in this one, this side, but I was like, no. Sometimes we need to know that the bigger things, this bigger tower energy that we're dealing with the having to deal with the pandemic, for example, the ever-unfolding rose, and we're cracked open now, and it's not happening, against us. It's happening for us. It's not happening like this is such a bad thing. This is happening for us. Where is the opportunity there, the blessing? So, yeah, that's why I chose it to be on this side. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. The seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. And so you can understand why I was having a challenge when some of these other cards were in the mix. It was like, oh no, like it just wasn't working. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So there are time and places for these kind of readings, right? Some of us want to know these kind of like answers from the universe. Some of us don't. This allows us over here to be able to play with this kind of deck, with this kind of imagery, and not have to go all the way over here to this heavier stuff. Yeah, just my 2 cents. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? Again, you can do some serious, meditation with this, and just allowing the mind to just dip you into that gorgeous water. Oh my gosh, like you are the figure here. Double mission. Light workers, Starseed, serve the world by being you. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Starkeeper, cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, just totally different. And they like work together well for the different, like in their different lanes. But, wow. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Star family, you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Star mother, how can you mother, yourself? Okay. How can you mother yourself? And I could have put that over here, but I felt it needed to be more over here. Mintaken. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. It's gorgeous. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Earth. Learn how to be human in the world, but not of it. Important message to have. Yeah, sure, at the everyday interpersonal level, yeah, for sure, when you think of it like, oh, be in the world and not of it, yeah. But I think on a more spiritual level, that's where it's at, where it's like on the morality level too. Like, yeah, you're in this world, but you don't have to be all like, brutal. Or do you? The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul Tribe. I like that card a lot. And so I couldn't just not use the cards because I was like, there are times like today I drew some cards for myself from this side. And then the other, like not the other day, but like earlier, I did like a little relationship pull from my own relationship here. So, it's like, and it worked beautifully, super accurate actually in both accounts. I was like, oh my gosh. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposite, extremes of life. And so I was like, this works so much better for me. And I'm so glad that Boho Tarot suggested it. I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. This may, from time to time switch. Like maybe from time to time I'll have cards move from one spot to the other. But for now it's going to be on this side. I'm sorry for all the plastic I use frivolously. Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines. Ley lines. Trust where you're led. Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Weight of the world. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. That could have been in the interpersonal one, but for now, it's going to hang out over here. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. The new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. So these are those bigger themes here. The golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Sisterhood of the rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. Oh my goodness. Harayeth. Longing for home. Homesick for the stars. The courageous peony. Multifaceted, unique art. Let yourself be seen. Council of light. Divine orchestration. Helpers in the subtle realms. Okay, it's a mouthful. Starseed, what lights you up? Warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? It could be also like life purpose readings as well that you could use with like maybe the sacred creators or oracle, or maybe, doing some sort of, like, what am I called to do? It's my next big life purpose here. The void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. And I like that I have the dark one over here and then that other one over here, the perspective over here. big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. The initiation, rite of passage, you're going somewhere sacred. Nice. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Don't want to do that. But we try sometimes. We're thinking we're not trying, but we are. Earth school, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And that can go either way, but I'm going to have it over here for now. I may change it up in the future. The age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Yay. And pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. And I think I am going to put answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Although, I don't know. Sometimes you do kind of need this, even in a relationship reading. I'm going to put it back over here. Never mind. But you see, I can change it up when I'm ready, when I'm called to. And intermix them that way. I like that. I really do. And so now I have two distinct moments going on here with these decks. And now I feel like I can just use it a whole lot better, whether with the Moonchild or with just themselves for a 3-card spread, for example, or, you know, it just works so much better. And I'm so glad that I watched Boho's videos. Yay. So yeah, check out her videos. I have linked them in the description area here. And tell me, have you thought about doing something similar? Would you consider doing something like this? What are your thoughts about these decks? And how do you work with them? And yeah, I want to hear all about it in the comments below. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. So much love and many blessings. See you all in the next video. Bye. All right, and here's some wrap-up thoughts as I pack it up for the evening and put away my decks. I went ahead and used my combo decks, my 2 decks in other readings, and let me tell you folks, there were some really amazing resonant readings coming out of these cards. It was like I unleashed something by separating them and having them be their own decks in their own right. And so I am very grateful to Boho Tarot for coming up with the idea of doing such a thing. I would not have even thought about this until now, and now I am thoroughly enjoying both decks and not having a single card go to waste. So yeah, those are my wrap-up thoughts. Thank you for listening to them.